Now in this quick bonus lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to switch your yarn from one color to another color. So let's suppose each block you wanted to do a different color or a different pattern, along with a different pattern. So the way I would do this is you want to break your yarn or cut your yarn just before you begin the next row of whatever your next block is. So I'm going to take my existing color yarn and I'm going to cut it. And when I cut it, I'm going to leave, I would say it's about 8 inches here of a tail. And the reason you want to leave a tail is so that later on we can weave in this yarn so you won't be able to see anything hanging off the side. So I'm going to cut this original color and put that off to the side. And now this is going to be my new color. Or actually, let me pick a different color that's a little bit darker so you can see the difference. Okay, so this one will work out better. Find the beginning of this yarn. Now what I'm going to do is as I begin the next row, whatever the pattern may be, I'm going to work using this new color. What that will look like is, for me, I'm about to begin the stockinette square. So I'm going to be knitting across this row. So I'm going to put my knitting needle into the first stitch as if I'm knitting it. But instead of picking up this gray yarn, I'm going to pick up, it's kind of like a black and gray at the same time yarn, and I'm going to loop it so that I have about the same length tail. And I'm going to put that loop over my right knitting needle. And now I'm going to pull that loop through. Slide the stitch off. So I just knit with that new color. Now when I work the next stitch, I want to knit with my new color. I just want to make sure I'm grabbing the yarn ball portion, not the tail. So the part attached to the full ball of yarn. And I'm going to knit with my new color. And I'm just going to keep on going all the way across this row. So if I look at the side of my work right now, I just have these 2 yarn tails hanging off the side. Then I would turn my work, and now I just work the next row of the pattern. So for me, the next row of this pattern, since I'm working the stockinette portion, is to purl across. So I'm just going to purl across with this new color. And now as you get back across to that starting point, you will notice that this first stitch can accidentally get really loose. So I'm just gonna work it in a purl stitch. And then all I'm gonna do, because it did get really big there, as you can see, because it's essentially not tied to anything, so I'm just gonna gently pull on that yarn tail, on both of them really, just to tighten it up a bit so I don't lose any stitches. Then I'm gonna turn my work and keep on working in whatever the pattern may be. And just to show a little zoomed in version of what it looks like all the way across. There's the front side of my work and the back side of my work. And the 2 tails hanging off over there on the side. Now at the very end, in the last set of tutorials, I'll show you how to go about weaving in these ends and securing them so that nothing unravels.